new one. So let me close this ones. Just a moment, my the NX will open. So let's check everything is okay. It's the recording. So let's open the new file, the model. Press OK. Today is the important topic, so we will very deep analyze the pattern feature, all the options. There is 5 or 7 options around and make some exercise as well. Just a moment. Okay, there is some delay. So let's go on. Here in the home tab with the ribbon bar, you see the pattern the feature. So we will today use the here pattern feature. So it means that increase the number of tower features. Such a system we have seen in the two-dimensional. So we have seen the how to pattern two-dimensional sketch. In this case, we will work on the features. The logic behind the increase of the features and sketch is almost the same, but since that now we are working on the feature with the three-dimensional element, it has some additional elements, so we have to learn. Here we have several layouts for the pattern, the feature: linear, circular, polygon, spiral, and along. And so we will see all of them. So in order to do this, let's sketch one block. So we can sketch the block directly from the more so design feature which we have seen this week. So here we have the select the block, where the block, so here the block, and you see block I would like to create origin and edge. So here the dimension of the block, so let's keep. So here is origin is selected, press OK. So directly block is created without any sketch. Now I would like to draw the one more the feature on the top surface of this block. Press OK. So let's draw the circle. So let's keep the dimension. So and I want to extrude it. So press OK. Now I want to make the pattern of this cylinder. I mean this feature. You can say the cylinder feature does not matter. So I want to make the pattern, the increase the number of the this feature on the surface of this block. In order to do this, I will go to the pattern. Also, you can find the pattern feature from the menu, insert, and here you have the associate copy group. So here you see the pattern, the feature. Here, as open a pattern in the future, I would like to use the layout for the beginning linear one. So see the step by step all of them. Here you see in the first line select the feature. So you have to select the feature which would like to make the pattern. In this case this cylinder. So you see I selected it. Here one is become, and here let's define the direction one. Here you see the direction one, and you have to specify the vector for the direction one. You can specify here if I select this specified vector. You see the additional coordinate system is the disappear with the arrow. So x, y, z axis. So for example, I would like to make the pattern along the z x axis. So I will select this one, or you can select the edge of this block. For example, you see it will become the red. It does not matter which one you will. For example, this one, direction one. You see, direction one is the created tool. Here you see the one rectangle. Here you see the spacing. Spacing is the count and the pitch. If you remember, I already explained these ones: count and pitch, count and span, and the pitch and span. So count and pitch represents that count is the number of the features where you want to make the pattern. In this case, it's a 2. You see, 1 and this 2. Let's increase this one. For example, make it 5. You see, it will become 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5. Also, the including the itself this one. So let's also here the pitch distance. You see this blue line represents the pitch distance, the distance between this pattern. So in this case it's 21. We can change the value to the 30. So see, it will become the bigger. Maybe we can increase the count number to the 6. So in order to also we can make the 7, for example, or we can make let's keep it 7. Sorry, 6. So you see the pattern is created along this x-axis in this direction. If I make the preview here, you see this is the created, future is created along this axis. So here also we have the other of the count and span. If you write the count and span, here you see count is the number of the features. This is what we have seen. Span is the total distance. Here you see the blue line is the 150. It means that in the distance of the 150, it automatically equally locates 6 number of the features here. This is the total distance to be the positioned over the feature. So this is the count and span, second option. Pitch and span is here the pitch is what we have seen, distance between the feature, and the span is the 50. Since you see this is located in the total length is 500 millimeters from this position to this position. So this is this one. So let's keep it as previous one. Also, you can make here the symmetric one. You see, from this position, it is the increased in the symmetrical way when I deactivated this symmetric one. Let's activate, disactivate, and so on. Next line is we can activate the direction 2 also for this one. In order to do this, let's activate the direction 2. And you see, we have to the same way specify the vector for the direction 2. In this case, I would like to specify that this point. You see, it is the started to increase the pattern along this axis. So we can increase the count here. Let's keep it count and pitch. Number of the count, let's make 4. And make the pitch distance. So let's make 20 in order to properly locate. So you see, here the pattern is increased. So let's see the result. So this is how the system is obtained. We can So back here, the same way you can make the symmetric for the second direction here by activating the symmetric function. See, it is the becomes symmetric, but if I make the preview, this will not appear since there is no any surface in the bottom of this pattern feature. So in this case, it is not necessary for us to make this one. So this is the how is the pattern feature is obtained with the two linear patterns with using the two dimensions. So press OK. Okay, let's go on if the clear with another methods of the pattern feature for the linear one. So let's create again the block here. Okay, I will select this point, press OK. So I would like to sketch, for example, another element here. In this case, I would like to draw the rectangle, for example. This is the rectangle. So extrude it, press OK. So I would like to make the pattern of this rectangle. In this case now, open the pattern feature. Here, select the feature. Okay, select this feature. And here, you see here we have the what we skipped here, the boundary definition. So let's open the boundary definition. And you see here in the boundary, it's by default it's taking the known. So you can choose the face, curve, and exclude for this one. For example, if you select the face here, new window will open. Select the face. In this case, if I select this face, I select this face and the activated the simplified boundary fill, so you see it automatically fills this face by the patterning of this by the patterning of this by the patterning of this rectangle. Okay, it is just simple method how to make the pattern. You see, it is the squared pattern. We have other the options for the making the such system. You see here, it is the layout is a square. We can make it as a triangle or diameter. So let's make the triangle. You see, it will become the triangle. And you see here also margin distance is a 0. If we, for example, make it 2, this margin distance this layer will become will come the far from this one 2 millimeters. So let's see this one. Okay, preview. No, let's me do it again. So triangle, this one. So let's make it bigger. You see, margin distance become the far from the 5 millimeter here face 5 millimeter from this side. So you see blue line. You can increase or decrease this margin distance. Here it is 5 millimeter. Let's make it 3 maybe. It will be okay. No, 5. Okay, guys. Here let's make 4 and you see the margin distance from this side is in this case is the 4 millimeter. Go back again. This is the triangle method. You see they are located in the triangle way. Let me show from the top. You see triangle method with some distortions. You can make it squared. You see it is just a squared method, or you can make it the diamond method like this one. Press the preview. You see you can make several options. So with this method. Just a moment. So also you have here we use the boundary as a face. You can use the curve or exclude. Let's see these options. So let's press OK. So let's draw the one more block again on this point. Press OK. and the okay, let's the sketch circle on this surface, and let's sketch the rectangle here, here, and finish the sketch. So I want to extrude only this circle. In order to do this, go to the extrude. Here the boundary region, select the boundary region, and only select this circle. So press OK. Now using the boundary, so I would like to make the pattern. So boundary. So here select firstly this feature, and here go to the boundary and select the here the curve, and here the select the curve option. I would like to select here this curve. You see here make it squared, and the marge distance is the 4. Let's make it let's 0 to see the, and you see, and here the pitch distance make it 40 to see the result. Maybe we will decrease it. You see, with the method of the curve, which I selected this rectangle, only inside of this curve will be patterned this cylinder. So this is the boundary method. So press OK. You see, inside of this one is created. We can change the values. For example, let the margin distance, let make it 2, exactly locate inside of the circle. It is the, let make it bigger. Also we can make the pitch distance is smaller and so on. So let's make it 5 maybe. The same way we can make the layout as a triangle like this. Let's see this one, just a moment. So you see the layout becomes a triangle. So you can sorry, just a moment. We can make it a preview. So it is exactly located in the inside of this one. So this is the how it's obtained. Also we can make the pattern here. Select this pattern, this feature, and in this case linear. So not the linear, I mean here the boundary or definition, and in the boundary definition select exclude. In this case select this one, and here select sorry, let again. So select the feature, go to the boundary definition, select the exclude. Here the select the curve, select this rectangle, and here select as a vector this one, and select as a second dimension this one. In this case, you see, if you increase this values, and here if you increase the counts, for example, let's make 5, and make it 20, lower the pitch distance, and here make it 4, its second direction, first direction, and use the second direction, let's make it 5, and let's make it 20 pitch distance. You see that if I increase this one, you see, since I am using the exclude function and select the curve as this curve, inside of this one there is no any pattern, only the outside. In this case you can create in the outside of this circle. This is the how is it's the opposite of what we did in the previous cases. So in this case, in the previous case we did in the inside, but in this case it is only the outside of our block, the sketch. You see, it is the only outside. In the inside there is no any pattern. anyway, just what we selected 5, but you see, so this is the how is the pattern, linear pattern in the case of the boundary. Also, we have seen so far with the direction 1 and with the direction 2. And here we have other options here. Let's see these options. For example, with this example, double click to this one, and here we have pattern increment. If you look here in the illustration, you see it is the increasing and or decreasing along the direction. So let's do this one, how it works is if you open the pattern the increment, you see here that this option, select this one, and here you see the pattern and the extrude element. So for example, we have the end limit is the which we have extruded this our the system. The system was the 30 millimeter. Here we can increase or decrease the values along the direction 1 and direction 2. Let's say with the direction 1 here to select the end limit, and here for the direction 1 add this end limit. You see end limit is the increment value. Let's make it a 2. Let's make it a 2 and press OK and make a preview. You see our pattern is increasing by every time by the 2 millimeters along the direction 1, and direction 2 is the constant. So along the direction 1 is the increasing. The same way, let me show here, it was the 30, 32, 34, 36, 38, and 40 the distance. Every time the 2 millimeters is increasing with the pattern increment function. Here pattern increment, this one, just a moment. So meet him. Every time along the direction 1 is increasing to the 2 millimeter. Also we can make the increase along the direction 2. In this case I will select the end limit and here add new set. The same way for the 2 millimeters. Let's see along the direction to press OK, preview. You see in this case it is the increasing along the second direction by the 2 millimeters in this way. So it is the how is the increment function is to obtain it. You see here, let's go to the increment. We can delete all of them by here, and it returns to the initial condition as a constant 30 millimeter. So this is the how is to obtain the increment value. Next is the same. Let's say with this one. This is the next is the instant value. Let me found this one here. After the let's close the increment, the instant value. In the instant value, you can select any point. For example, this point. This point you see it's selected, and right click here. You see several options. You can suppress this point. It means that you can hide this one. You see it is the hided. You can see the result. You see this one is the hidden, and you can make again the visible this point. Go back here, and instant point. You see it is the in the sphere. Right click and unspress. You see it will become the rectangle, and it is will be the visible again. So this is the one option of the instant point. Go back again, and we have also the other option for the instance. Select this one, right click, we can delete directly. So we can delete this one and view it. It will be deleted. So you can again return this one or undelete. So it will become again. And for example, you have also make some clock. So it means the change the individual position. Here you can make the user define it. For example, you can change the position like the dragging this arrow like here, or you can rotate on so on. For example, go and you see the position is moved until the here. You can make the preview. So you see the position is the moved until this position. Go back, and we can make it right click and unclock. If you make the unclock, it will return to the initial position here. Also, we can make the change the individually the dimensions of the pattern function. In order to do this, right click, specify the value, and you see here the end limit. We can make the add here, and we can add end limit. Like for example, it was the 30. We can make it 50, and press OK and preview. You see, it will become 50 millimeter in the head. Just individually, we can change the values of the pattern feature using the instant point. So go back, and you see instant point. So let's make it again. Edit, remove the. We can just remove the variance to go to the initial position. You see, it is the. This is the how the instant point is obtained. So here we have other options. For example, here we have you can use the pattern setting as a frame only. If we activate this one, you see only frame will be the remained, the middle will be just removed, pattern feature will be removed. So we will create just a pattern along the frame of the block. Here frame, let's keep it, let's deactivate. And here also we have the stagger. It means if we look from the top, this will be better. For example, how to the stagger is obtained. For example, we can make the stagger in the two direction. Let's make it a two direction. You see the direction one will be staggered like this, like a star, or we can make the stagger in the direction two like this. Let's see the result. We can do such a systems. Go back. Also, this one is the method is also important. Last one I saying that you have by default it is the saying the variational. It is the better always to use the variational in this method, because why it is the important. Let me show the why is important. Let's firstly delete this one, all the patterns, and add one more the edge blend. For example, on this here edge blend. So let's make it a little bit bigger, 2 millimeter. Since we have in this system, we have the two features. The feature is the cylinder and the edge blend. So we have the variational features. In order to pattern the variational features, it is the better to use that variational method. So for example, here to go here, it is by default always variational. For example, if I select the simple, and if I select the feature here, and if I want to select this one, it is here you see the alert. You are not able to make the pattern these two features in the simultaneous way. So with the simple method, you are not able to make the pattern, the cylinder and the edge blend. In this case, if I select the variational, so in this case I am able to make the pattern of this system simultaneously together. So this is how is the variational is important. If you have the simple element like the cylinder, block, and so on without any additional features, so you can use the simple one. But in default, it is always is the variation. So don't worry just about it. So this is the almost all the options for the linear pattern. So we have seen so far that also the boundary definition, the three options. So now let's go with the circular pattern. So the circular pattern, see some examples. In order to do this, I will open a new file. So just a moment. Just is it clear? I mean this until the now is clear, students. Anyway, just I will upload the recording so you can do by yourself, so it will be useful. So let's go on with the circular. In order to do this, I will draw the on this plane circle. Let's make it 150, and directly I will extrude it at a distance of the, let's make it 15. So okay, now I would like to draw the, for example, here circle, small circle. Okay, I would like to make it not the, okay, that's small. And geometric constraint, I would like to make the this point coincident with this axis, and extrude it. I would like make it cut. In this case, you can also make the extrusion, linear extrusion, also for the subtracted elements. So, I mean in general all the features. So that's okay. Now I would like to make the linear circular pattern of this circle. In this case, I will open the pattern feature. Pattern the feature. So I will select the layout as a circular in this case. Select the feature. I will select this hole here. Let's keep it as a known for the beginning. Let's close the boundary. We will select in this case firstly rotation axis. So specify the vector. In this case I select this z axis. Specify the point. I will select here this option, and it is the here, you see, insert point. So press OK. You see, pattern is created with these values. Count and the pitch means that the number of the elements is the 12, here the 12, and 10 is the every angle between the pattern and the features. In this case, it is the better you to use the, for example, count and span. Count and span means is count is the numbers, that is I already explained it. Span is the total angle. In this case, if you write the 360, for example, directly, these 12 features will be located in the 360 degrees, you see, in the total circular dimension. For example, if I write 180, it will be just a half, and these 12 features, I mean the hole in this case, will be located on this angle, like this. Let me make it 360 in this way. So this is the how is the circular pattern is obtained for the first method. So press OK. So let's go on with the circular pattern to see the other options. In order to do this, I would like to create a new datum axis. So datum coordinate system, we can say, in the next. We will see this datum coordinate system for the next week, how to generate, and there is several options for this. I would like to make the offset option to create the datum axis. Why datum axis is needed for me? Just for creating the element, and the axis is needed in order to make the select the rotation axis. So in this case, I would like to select here the selected one. Don't worry, just we will see this for the next week. So let me make it 100. Let's make it bigger. So see, new datum axis is created now. Press OK. I will draw the new circle on this new datum axis. Press OK. $150. I would like to extrude it at a distance of 15. Here the boolean is the known. Press OK. So I would like to draw again the hole here. I would like to make this coincide with this one. Extrude it. So I obtained this one, and I would like to again make the circular pattern here. Okay, I will select this feature, layout circular, specify the vector. I will select this that one, and the point is the here. In this case, see, it is the selecting the this point. It is the mistake for our case. I would like to rotate around this axis. So in this case, I will select here the existing point. So here I will select this point. In this case, you see it is the correct. Press OK. You see now it's correct. We will see all of them step by step for the next lesson. So now here I will preview again. It is the what we have obtained in here, but one more thing I would like to add in this one. Here in the radiate function, here we have to create the concentric member. If I select this one, you see the concentric member is created here. So it is somehow the symmetric one. You see, you can drag in this direction or in this direction. You see here concentric member is the distance is the negative minus 18. So you can increase these numbers. You can increase this number. You can make the 3. You see it will count the 3 concentric member. Let's keep it the 2 for the cases and make it preview. It is little bit some overlap. We can correct it. The same. In this case, let's decrease this diameter in order to make in order to be more efficient. To see the results, press OK, and we can here put here and finish. So now make the pattern again. Here this one, circular, vector, point. Here select the existing point and select this point. Press OK. So and go to the concentric, and you can move here to see the result. So see it is the how is the concentric is obtained with this option. So here we have the orientation. Here we have the you see the follow path or the same as input several options. Also we will see also this one variational is we have seen is the pattern setting. Here we can make the some angle. For example, you see if it becomes the angle, it will become the different with the angle. You see before without angle, this hole with this hole is the located in the same direction. With the stagger, you see it is the with the stagger with the angle, it will become the same angle. You see if I go to the node, you see it will become with the same in the same pattern. If I make the angle, you see it will be shifted with the same angle, like this one. So go back. Okay, let's keep the angle variational. Also, you see here the pattern increment and instant points. The function is here also the same as we have seen before. In the pattern increment, you can increase the pattern. For example, start limit or end limit. You can increase the start and end limit, or radiate values. You can start increase the make the sum. We will see with the other with other example this kind of options now. Okay. Okay, let's make this one. Okay, that's the moment this Okay, let's extrude in this case this one, not to subtract. No, anyway, just we need the another one. So let's delete this one. Sorry, this one, and select the sketch, and sketch the, for example, here. For the beginning is the rectangle here, rectangle, and sketch the here the arc. Sorry, arc here, and let make trim this parts, and we can a little bit make it smaller. Okay, can shift it a little bit up here. So I would like to make it cut here this element from the surface of the cylinder, reverse direction here. So this is the this element. I would like to make this now is pattern the future. Select this. Sorry, just a moment. Again, refresh it. Feature this feature. So circular way again in the circular, and specify the vector. This vector point here to go to the existing point again, and select this point, and here the let's make count and span. Here the make it 360, and make it preview. You see the system is the rotating along the pattern. So you see it is rotating along pattern. Why is rotating in here? Because here in the setting, not the setting, pattern setting here, no, this one, just a moment. Here the setting, not this one. I think that we have to here the orientation. I think yes, in the orientation you have here the follow pattern is by default. It means that this pattern the future is the rotating rotating. Let's see the one more again, rotating. You see directly rotating. But if you select here the option in the orientation, where is the orientation, just a moment. Here the orientation, the same as the input, same as input. If you select the same as input, it will be not rotate, it will be like this. Okay, you can do the two options like here, or in the orientation select the follow as a pattern like here. You see, you can obtain the different solutions for this one. If we have also the one more option that we have seen before in the concentric way, for example here, let's see the result. In the concentric way, you see it is the located the same here in the same direction what we have seen before also. If we make here in the where is the setting, here if you make the angle again, it will become like this. Let's preview it. It will become, you see, in the not exact rotation, in the not exact location. You see it will be shifted with some angle. So this is the how you can obtain the pattern in the future. Let's see one more example with the pattern. So with the instant value and increment values, so which we have seen in our system before. So in order to do this, I will draw the one more datum coordinate system again. In this case, let's keep it make it minus 200 from the other side in the from the this negative direction. So press OK. I will draw again the so not for this axis but in the lower datum plane. So extrude it is known. Let's make it 115, I mean, and press OK. So sketch it. Now I would like to draw the here rectangle, for example, and I would like to extrude it at a distance of the 15 and press OK. Now I will make the circular pattern for this rectangle. Here the circular, select the feature, this feature, select this axis, the point, in this case the existing point for this 0 point, press OK. This one is the here the deactivate this one and make it preview. Now I would like to make some increment movement, for example what we have done in the linear one. So here we have to go to the pattern increment, select this one, and here the end limit is 15. I will add here and let's make it 3. Every 3 times will be increased, so make it preview. You see, it is the increased 3 times until it goes to the final one. So this is how the increment is obtained in the circular interpolation. Also using the instant value, so you can here let's close this one. Using the instant value, here where is the instant? Here the instant point, you can individually that's the increase or decrease the value. You see what we have done so far. You can rotate, delete, hide, or change the value and so on, the same as we have done in the linear pattern. So this is all the options for the circular pattern. Let's go on. So let's go on with a new file for beginning. So select this one. We can draw the circle. I would like to extrude it. Next option of the pattern is the polygonal pattern. So in order to do this, I would like to draw again one more thing here. You can draw the circle and locate it directly on this axis. Extrude it. It is almost the same for the circular pattern, the polygonal pattern. So in this case we will select the polygon. Here select the feature, in this case the cylinder. Here select the axis. The point is the center point of our rotation, 0 point. You see, polygonal pattern is demonstrated with the number of the sides of the polygon, the 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, so 5, 6. So we can increase or decrease the value. For example, let's make it 5. And here count per side. It means that 4 means that every side we have the 4 pattern feature. So it is the 4. We can make it 3. For example, you see it will become 3 and so on. Also we can here let's make a preview for the beginning. So the same we can make is the let's go back. Also we can make is the here the create the concentric values as we did with the circular one, you see, from the this side, and make it preview. You see is how is the polygonal pattern is obtained. So the same way we can use the other features of this one. So there is also the pattern increment, instant point, what we have what we have done so far with the linear and circular way. The same we can do with the polygonal. Also, what I would like to remind is here you have the setting of the pattern feature. If you click here, you see there is two options: pattern feature is the less and pattern feature is the more. Always activate the pattern feature more. If you activate the pattern feature the less, you see there is will be the change it with the here with the feature, so you will not have this boundary option. So in order to see the other options, you see more is activated. Now boundary definition is activated. The same way with these three methods, you can create the boundary option for the for the polygon and the circular one. What we have done in the what we have done in the what we have done in the linear one. The options is the same. The using is the same, so it is not will be the difficult. So this is the how is the polygon is the created. So cancel it, and let's can delete this one. Now let's draw here. Cool. Extrude it. So here next is the pattern, is the spiral pattern. So we can create the spiral pattern. In this case, as I select the feature, I will select my feature. Here I will select here the left hand or right hand. So now I will select specify the plane normal, in this case this plane. So reference vector, in this case I will select the z-axis. You see spiral is the creating with the turns is the one. We can increase the number of the turns like here, and the radial pitch is the distance between the every feature. So let's make it 20 to be the smaller. You see spiral feature is obtained. So here you see the same features with the increment and the instant point. Also that there is also all the options is the same what we have seen so far. So this is the how the spiral feature pattern the feature is obtained. So I am not showing the all the steps here, the whole the function, since I think this is clear with the others. So just I am the keeping the I'm making the some shapes in this time. Next is the along the guide. In the along the guide, let's see with another example to be the better understand. So let's sketch one element here. For example, let's sketch a rectangle and make it this one and this one like there. And I would like to trim this part, and I would like to make the offset, this line symmetric offset. Let's make it smaller here. So press OK. So I would like to extrude it. So in the distance, for example, this one, and let's draw the sketch again here. I would like to draw the circle, for example, in the midpoint. In this case, I will go here the view of my static wireframe. See, just a moment. Here it was a mistake here. So sketch, this plane, press OK. Just a moment, I will do more again. Here sketch, this plane, press OK, and make a wireframe again. Now to sketch the circle here on the exactly under this line, and make it extrude. I will make it extrude along this line. So I will make it subtract from the body and press OK and go to the initial view. You see it is the subtracted. Now I will go to sketch again, select this face, press OK. I will go to the here, make it the project of this curve. Let's make it connected curve, this one. So press OK. Now I would like to make the pattern of this hole along this line. In order to do this, let's first finish it. Go to the pattern, along the guide, select along the guide, and select the feature, this feature. So, and the guide, as a guide here, select the guide, is select this curve. You see it is created. Let's reverse the direction, and here the increase the number, for example make it 10, and here the decrease the pitch distance, so let's make it 20 or maybe 10%. So see, along the guide is creating this feature. So press view. This is the how is the along the guide is created. So this is the how to obtain the along the guide. Okay, is it clear, the students? Is it clear how to obtain the along the guide? Now I will show the another sample. How to obtain the along the guide. Let me just open the NX again and press OK. So in order to do this, just I will draw again the sketch. Let's select for example let me select this face, plane, and maybe just draw the rectangle here. So press OK. Just a moment. So here it was a subtract, that's why it is some problem here. Let's make it known. That's okay. Now let's select this face and sketch, for example, the arc here, and let's sketch here the circle again, one more the line here, and finish it. I will just extrude this one and press OK. I would like to make the pattern along the guide using this line or this arc. In this case, select the pattern feature, select the feature, this feature. So along the guide is selected, and here we have to go to the rigid, select the paste, this one. You see the pattern is created with the count is 10 and pitch by the 10 sum. So press OK. You can increase the pitch distance in order to be better to see the result. So this is the house obtained. Now let's select as a curve, this arc. So let's refresh it. So go to the layout, is the along, select the feature to pattern this one, and here to make it rigid. So to select the path this one and increase the values, for example this one. Okay, select the path, in this case select the single here, this one, and here pitch, let's decrease it, and make it preview. You see along the this arc, this arc, uh, this pattern, this feature is the pattern. Just see the some. Let me do one more again, because some lines is created along the guide. Select the feature. So select the feature, and here make it rigid, and here select the node convert to the single curve. That's why it was mistake. And here select this one and increase the value, for example the 5, and the pitch angle, pitch distance is to, let's make it smaller, because it 50 is too big, and you can make it for example the 8, 10, let's make 10. So go to the preview, press OK. Now you see it's okay. It is how to make the pattern along the guide with the several options, so you can do such kind of systems. So press OK. Now last option is the helix one. In order to do this, we have to draw the cylinder. So in this case, this cylinder, for example this cylinder, and I would like to extrude it. So I would like to draw the one more element here. Just in order to do this, I would like to create the datum plane. It's the through object, this one in the middle. Here you see datum plane is created in the exactly middle of the cylinder. So I would like to draw the smaller cylinder on this datum plane. Press OK. Sorry, extrude it. Let's make it smaller. Press OK. Now I would like to make the helix pattern of this small cylinder along this bigger cylinder. In order, this will go to the pattern feature. So select the feature as usual. Here to select the helix one. Here to select this vector. Specify the point is the 0, point. Press OK. Sorry, not this one, but it should be the this point. Press OK. You see helix is creating. We can increase the values like here, or increase the angle, the count number. For example, we can make the 10. It will become the too big, so we can decrease this like this. So it's distance, pitch distance, and we can make the preview. See how the helix pattern is created. This is the example of how to create the helix pattern. So that's all for all the pattern features. So here for all the systems we have the pattern increment, instant increment, that you can make the orientations and pattern settings, what we have done so far, and you can do by yourself. That's, I think that it is clear. So if it's clear, and we can finish for today. Do you have any question? I mean, you are making the practices by yourself when making the at home, because it is the important for me. Just you are the following, because since that we are the learning the more things every day, it could be some confusing. Can you make some practice by yourself? That's at home, individually by yourself. Do you have, if you have any questions? I mean, some problems when we're making some uh, projects, you can directly to write to me, just to ask anything. Okay, don't worry about it. I can help as much as possible. Okay, do you have any question related to the pattern features? Students, are you here? Can you write yes or no? I have question, I don't have question. Okay, good. In this case, we can finish right now. I think the topic for today is the completed. We will meet tomorrow at the same time as the schedule. It is shifted time, so tomorrow we will make the from the lecture some practice solving the G code for the turning and the milling operation, taking the samples from the exam samples from the previous exam samples. So also in the second pair we will have lab from the next, so we will have the we will finish with the features, so all the features. So from the Monday, also from the lab, we will start the new topics, so how to create the datum planes, datum axes, and so on. It is the very important point of the course. So if you don't have any question, thank you very much for the participation, patient, and see you tomorrow at the 1:30. Okay, have a nice day. Thank you.